Hi everybody, it's Vicki Rude with Mindful Minute, and today we are going through the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, the Mindful Minute. More Power to You is the title for March 2nd. Originally, the word power meant able to be. In time, it was contracted to mean to be able. We suffer the difference. Wow. I was waiting for a plane when I overheard two businessmen, one sharing the good news that he had been promoted, and the other in congratulation said, "More power to you." I've heard this expression before, but for some reason I heard it differently this time and thought, what a curious sentiment. As a good wish, the assumption is that power is the goal. Of course, it makes a huge difference if we are wishing others worldly power or inner power. By worldly power, I mean power over things, people, and situations. Controlling power. By inner power, I mean power that comes from being a part of something larger, connective power. I can't be certain, but I'm fairly sure the wish here was for the worldly power, for more control. This is the commonplace and disturbing, as the wish for more always issues from a sense of lack. So the wish for more power really issues from a sense of powerlessness. It is painfully ironic that in the land of the free, we so often walk about with an unspoken and enervating lack of personal freedom. Yet the wish for more controlling power will not set us free, any more than another drink will quench the emptiness of an alcoholic in the grip of his disease. It makes me think of a game we played when I was 9 called King of the Hill, in which 7 or 8 of us found a mound of dirt, the higher the better, and the goal was to stand alone on the top of the hill. Once there, everyone else tried to throw you off, installing themselves as king of the hill. It strikes me now as a training ground for worldly power. Clearly, the worst position of all is being king of the hill. You are completely alone and paranoid, never able to trust anyone, constantly forced to spin and guard in every direction. The hills may change from a job to a woman to a prized piece of real estate, but those on top can be so enslaved by guarding their position that they rarely enjoy the view. I always hated King of the Hill, always felt tense in my gut when king, sad when not, and ostracized if I didn't want to play. That pattern has followed me through life. But now, as a tired adult, when I feel alone and powerless atop whatever small hill I've managed to climb, I secretly long for anyone to join me. Now I'm ready to believe there's more power here together. And the activities are: sit quietly and recall a recent situation in which you exerted control. What did having a sense of control do for you? What did having a sense of control require of you? How much of your need to control was necessary? And what would have happened if you let others join you on the hill of control? I absolutely, have never thought of it that way. Originally, the word power meant able to be. That is the power that I strive for and want these days. And, in the business world, I was in the corporate world for a very long time, and it was like King of the Hill. Holy cow. Constantly having to prove yourself and attaining something, but then having to fight to keep it. And that's part of the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, because that was not a joyful or efficient experience. I certainly wasn't my best self in that environment. I do much better in a collaborative environment working with others, and I want the inner power, because the inner power is so much more sustaining, and it doesn't depend on anyone except yourself, right? And your connection with this spirit and others around you. And you can take in what you want to take in and leave the rest. And I certainly feel like I'm learning how to do that. It's taken a lot of time and a lot of shifting of thinking, right? The shift of what's important, and I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's a spirit thing. It just happened to me, but the drive to be, in a powerful position, the drive to be helpful, to be, driven by the financial gains and the politicalness of a corporate environment in which I was in is not where I thrive. And I've learned that. And I'm so grateful I found that. And I'm able to help other people get there because I'm not saying the corporate world is bad for everyone. I'm not saying, but having power and having to defend your power, whether it is work, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is certainly a very, very antagonistic way to live, right? It's constantly in this state. I liked how he put it. He felt tense in the gut when he was the king, sad when not, like I felt not enough, right? And ostracized if I didn't want to fight, right? If I don't want to fight, then you're not coming to the table. You're not doing your job. So I guess I'm grateful that I have found a better, more suited place to reach for and try to control the one thing that I can control, that is me and my reactions to this world and how I show up. And if I show up in a loving and kind way, if I show up in a fearful way, whatever it is, it's better when I am working within my own hula hoop, right? I can only control that. So I am super grateful for Mark Nepo and his reading and these activities that he provides are just life-changing for me. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I do have a couple links that are going to be in the notes, and one of them is to a challenge that's starting today. It is called Finding Your Superpower Challenge. And really, it's about finding out what you're good at, what you're passionate at, what your strengths are. It's 5 days. It's free. It'll come into your email box. You don't have to be anywhere. You just do it on your own. It's a you choose on demand, whenever you want to do it or don't want to do it. You can do it next year. But if you sign up, you'll get 5 emails in your inbox that will consecutively lead up to at least discovering a couple strengths that you have that you can focus on and call your superpower, because we all have it. And you can check out my website at vickyrude.com. More to come. I hope you have a beautiful day. Be well, and I'll be back again tomorrow.